Hey there, Mr. Johnson. It is Tuesday, March 6th. Yesterday I was going to discuss a little bit about the modernization of bills with a focus of polymer bills, but I figured a lot of people don't actually know what polymers are. So what is a polymer? By definition, a polymer is a large chain of repeating units. Now that's a pretty cumbersome definition, so we'll simplify this. Imagine you were in elementary school and you're walking through the hall holding each other's hands to make sure no child gets lost. That's a polymeric chain of about 30 repeating structures. But the study of polymers has a lot more focus on carbon chains that are repeating, and not just any chain. Carbon chains are nearly everywhere in life. The oil you put in your car, the oil you put in the pan to make sure your eggs leave, the butane you put in lighters, and most importantly, things made out of plastic. The most basic carbon chain is methane, consisting of 1 carbon and 4 hydrogens around it. But that's so stable it's difficult to react. Petroleum is a good source of these long carbon chains that they use to produce polymeric products. Because of petroleum's low cost in the United States, plastics are very commonplace. However, in other countries, they are not nearly as ubiquitous. Polyethylene is the most widely used polymer, with over 80 million metric tons produced last year. If anyone knows what an alkane is, it's pretty much a really ridiculously long one of those. For those of you who don't know what an alkane is, it is quite simply 2 carbons with 2 hydrogens attached, repeating for as long as you want. Depending on how many times you repeat the structure, different products can be produced. This, for instance, is a kind of polyethylene called high-density polyethylene. High-density polyethylene, or HDPE, made up 30 million of that 80 million metric tons previously stated. HDPE comes in another form too, which unlike this, or that, is very strong. The strength depends on whether the chains are linear or cross-linked, much like the difference between a string and a rope. The second most common type of polymer used is called polypropylene. Polypropylene is found in such products as this container right here, but if it's stretched in both directions after it's made, it is what's used in polymer bills, which are flexible, strong, stretchable, and nearly impossible to tear. Which is why a bunch of countries like Canada and Australia have started using polymer bills, because they last a lot longer than our paper cotton blend bills. That was a lot to learn. Trust me, there's an entire class dedicated to this subject. Not only what they are, but how to make them. It interests me. In fact, I'm probably going to be changing my focus from electronic materials to polymers. It's just a lot to learn in one video. So, I'll cut it off here. Steve, I'll see me tomorrow.